Reading Pass Intro. Copyright 2015 by Andrew E. Bennett. Published 2015 by the Crane Publishing Company. Unit 1. Fringe Science. Reading passage. Can we move objects with our thoughts? Can we make ourselves invisible? Such questions interest few scientists, but some spend their lives in search of answers. Welcome to the weird world of fringe science. Fringe scientists take their work seriously. They run tests, record data, and write articles. People often find their ideas impossible, but are they? In 1915, Alfred Wegener wrote about the Earth's plates. He carefully described their movements. Wegener was laughed at, but his ideas are now accepted. 50 years ago, the idea of moving things with our minds was crazy. Yet in 2007, Toyota showed off a new wheelchair. The user thinks left or right. Then the chair goes that way. Some countries spend a lot of money on fringe research. DARPA, part of the U.S. military, spends $3 billion yearly. Most of DARPA's ideas fail, but some, like pilotless airplanes, work. That's the goal of fringe science, turning the impossible into the possible.
Unit 1. Listening exercise. Listen to the conversation. Then, answer the following questions.
Last night, I watched Science World on TV. They showed off a new jacket. It makes you invisible.
Really? I don't believe it. That sounds like something from a movie.
I know, but it was real. Light goes around the jacket, so you can't see it. But it is heavy, and for now, it's expensive.
Unit 1. Listening activity. Listen to the speech, then fill in the information in the chart.
Welcome to the Springfield Science Fair. This year, we have 200 tables. 100 are run by students. The rest are run by companies. The fair will last 3 days, so there's plenty of time to see everything. Remember to vote for the best table. The winner will receive a new computer.
Unit 2. Indie films. Reading passage. Most films shown in theaters are made by big studios. They have huge budgets and great marketing. Every year, thousands of independent movies are also made. Many such indie films are of very high quality. Indie films usually have small budgets and crews. Actors work for little or no pay. Why do they do it? Indie films are seen as more artistic. The director closely controls the film, and the story can take chances. Cheap digital cameras and computers help keep costs down. These days, filmmakers don't even need theaters. They can show their work on the internet. Take the low-budget movie, Born of Hope. Millions of people have watched it online. Festivals like Cannes and Sundance are important to indie films. After these events, some indie films get distribution deals. From time to time, they also win major awards. In 2009, Slumdog Millionaire won the Oscar for Best Picture. Not bad for a low-budget film.
Unit 2. Listening exercise. Listen to the conversation, then answer the following questions.
I saw a great film at the Art House Theater. It's called Seasons. It only has 3 actors, but it's very well written.
Sounds interesting. Most movies I see are Hollywood films. Who is Seasons by?
A French filmmaker. Hey, that reminds me. The theater is about to show a new South African film. I'm planning to see it next Saturday. You should come with me.
Unit 2. Listening activity. Listen to the announcement, then fill in the information in the chart.
The 15th Blue Water Film Festival opens on August 20th. This year, 50 indie filmmakers will take part. The festival will last 4 days. Of course, we'll show many new movies. There will also be talks by movie directors, and we will give out some awards. On the last day of the festival, we will announce the winners. The film voted Best of Blue Water will win the Deep Blue Award.
Unit 3. Nuclear power. Reading passage. Nuclear power is an important energy source. It supplies about 11% of the world's electricity. Nuclear power is clean and cheap, but how safe is it? The first nuclear power plant was built in 1956. By 2011, the number of plants reached 443. They are at work on 5 continents. Japan, Germany, and the USA all have many plants. Safety is a top issue. Nuclear waste must be carefully stored. Also, a lot of money goes towards plant safety. Sometimes, though, there are accidents. The biggest were in the USA, 1979, Ukraine, 1986, and Japan, 2011. Many people are against nuclear power. They think it's too dangerous. In June 2011, Germany made a big decision. By 2022, all their nuclear power plants will be shut down. For non-nuclear countries, energy must come from elsewhere. Gas and coal are common sources. Also, more and more energy is coming from clean sources. Wind and solar power top the list.
Unit 3. Listening exercise. Listen to the conversation, then answer the following questions.
The city wants to build a nuclear power plant. It could start running in 6 years.
I don't like the sound of that. Who wants to live near a nuclear plant?
Well, it would be 50 kilometers from the city center, so that's pretty far away. Also, it would bring in hundreds of jobs.
Unit 3. Listening activity. Listen to the report, then fill in the information in the chart.
Today, 5,000 people gathered in San Francisco. They were there to say no to nuclear power. The group marched 3 kilometers to City Hall. As they walked, they sang songs. Many people also held signs. At City Hall, 5 people gave speeches. Of course, 2 of the speakers were movie stars. After all, this is California.
Unit 4. Growing your own food. Reading passage. A few centuries ago, most people grew their own food. That trend changed with the growth of cities. Now home gardens are on the rise again, in homes of every size. To start a garden, very little land is needed. Foods like pumpkins and strawberries are easy to plant. They only need water, sunshine, and gentle care. A 2009 study looked at U.S. households. It found 41 million had their own gardens. That was 38% of the country. What about apartments with no land? No problem. Just get some pots, soil, and seeds. Now you're ready to grow your own food. Windowsills and patios are great locations. In apartment buildings, balconies are popular spots. Salad greens, herbs, and tomatoes make good choices for these gardens. There are many reasons to start a home garden. In terms of costs, it simply makes sense. Seeds can deliver 10 times their value in produce. Plants also make homes more beautiful. Finally, tending a garden is great exercise.
Unit 4, Listening Exercise. Listen to the conversation, then answer the following questions. Your garden is so beautiful. I would love to grow some vegetables myself, but my apartment is too small.
I think you have enough space. Plus, your apartment gets a lot of sunlight. Just put some pots near a window.
Is it that easy? Well, okay, I'll give it a try. First, can you teach me some basics about gardening?
Sure, I'll be happy to.
Unit 4, Listening Activity. Listen to the talk, then fill in the information in the chart.
6 months ago, I lost my job. So these days, we have to be careful with money. Most of our money goes to food and rent. We can't change the rent amount, but we can lower our food costs. Our vegetable garden helps. I spend an hour a day in the garden. Right now, we have 7 vegetables growing. I also planted an apple tree. I'm very excited about that.
Unit 5, The World Cup. Reading passage. Football, or soccer, may well be the world's most popular sport. Its biggest tournament is the World Cup. Every 4 years, millions of fans tune in to watch matches. They anxiously wait for the chance to shout, "Goal!" The World Cup is organized by a group called FIFA. They put on the first World Cup in 1930. That year, 13 countries participated in the final series of matches, the finals. Since then, the event has grown by leaps and bounds. The road to the World Cup championship is long. First, there are qualifying rounds. They are held over a period of 3 years. Teams from about 200 countries compete, but only 32 advance to the finals. Many countries want to host the finals. It's a source of great pride. The finals take 1 month and are very popular. In 2014, 3.43 million people watched live matches in Brazil. Many more people in around 200 countries watched on TV.
Unit 5, Listening Exercise. Listen to the conversation. Then answer the following questions. My friend saw some World Cup matches in person. He showed me pictures. It looked like so much fun.
Really? I don't know. I watched some matches on TV. There were so many people there. I guess I like quiet vacations with my family.
Not me. I'd love to see Italy or Spain play live. Unit 5, Listening Activity. Listen to the report. Then fill in the information in the chart.
Many countries have sent teams to the World Cup finals, but few teams have won the championship. From 1930 to 2014, there were 20 World Cup finals, but only 8 different countries were winners. All the winners were from Europe or South America. Brazil won 5 times. Next were Italy and Germany with 4 championships each.